nomenclature, classification, the new concept, the taxon. As you know that binomial nomenclature is the one. Every organism is known by the two components. We are going to say that the scientific name of an organism, it is a binomial one and it is having two components, the genus and as well as the epithet, the species. For example, we have seen that Mangifera indica, that is the mango. See, we are saying that mango is the one, it is the name, we are saying that it is a common name, or we can say that vernacular name. And what we are going to be saying that Mangifera indica. Mangifera indica is the one, so that is a scientific name. It is a binomial form. Two components will be I will go for one more example. Onion is the common name, but the scientific name of that one, Allium cepa. Allium is the genus, cepa is the species name. Dear students, now I am going to be giving you one small homework for you. In your 8th, 9th, 10th standard, you observed some of the scientific names in your biology textbook. You just list them and afterwards you just post in WhatsApp group each one. Okay? Anyway, the binomial nomenclature is the one. It is introduced by proposed by the Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, each organism having the scientific name and common name, or we can say that vernacular names. See, yes, after naming, it is very difficult to study all the organisms that are available in the surface of the earth. We have seen that the biodiversity. Almost 1.7 million organisms are there. The in one life, it is not at all possible to complete or to study all the organisms. Hence, it is a very essential that the grouping of organisms. If we study that is leader, or we can say that related to one, and remaining things are almost the same, like that. So that we made the classification. Hagagi now classification anna madideve. Because to achieve, to study all the living organisms, at least not in detail. Anyway, the new word is classification. You know that what is classification? Generally, the grouping. Group model of classification already go. Boys, girls, it is in the one group. We say it is also classification. In the standard, the first year, second year, like that, that's also classification. Again, classification. Now, what is that classification? You observe it is a process of grouping organisms into convenient categories. Grouping ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ಸರಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಗುಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಹೇಗೆ? It is based over easily observable characters. ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ ನೋಡಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾವ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ we just grouping an organisms. Group ಮಾಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. We say it's classification. One group I have taken here example are dogs. Dog is another group. If dog or cat naಮಗೆ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, that is a different group. If dog ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಸತತ classroom ಒಳಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಅನ್ನಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೆ. That classroom situation is totally different. That enjoyment is totally different. Some of the students, they have recalling their the last life. ಹಿಂದಿನ ಜನ್ಮವನ್ನು ನೆನಪಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಆ ಥರ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮಲ್ಲಿ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಎನಿವೆ, see when we are saying that the dogs is classified, ಹಂಗಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮೇಲೆ you cannot remember in the cats. ಅದರೊಳಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ನೋಡೋಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ತಲೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. The dogs, it is not a same, it is not a single. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಮತ್ತು varieties ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ನಮಗೆ. But the common group, we say the dogs. Like that, mammals ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. That's why we have grouped. Some organisms are kept in the mammals. Mammals ಅಂತಲೇ ನಿಮಗೆ ತಲೆಯೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಬರಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗ್ತದೆ? Those are having a memory glands. Memory glands ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Viviparous ಇರ್ತವೆ. So this one is classified based over the body hairs and external ears and the mammary glands. Like that, grouping of an organism. So into categories, convenient categories, we say it is known as the classification. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು classification ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. Classification ಒಳಗೆ we have certain types. ಕೆಲವು ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ದಲ್ಲಿ. So you observe that the types of classification. One is called as the artificial classification. This is done by Linus. So in 1758, and he's written a textbook that is a System Naturae. In that book, a book ಒಳಗೆ ಅವನು explain ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. That is based over the artificial classification. What is that artificial classification? It is a kind of a classification. Here organisms are grouped on the basis of morphological characters. ಹೇಗಿದೆ morphological characters? I hope English mediums know what is meant by morphology. Morphology is the word morphology. Morphology is the one, it's a branch of biology. ಇದು ಜೀವಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಯಾವುದೇ ಜೀವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Morphology is a branch of a biology that deals with the study of externals of organism. If it is related to plants, plant morphology. If it is related to animal, we say animal morphology. So very simple. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಎದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಬರೀ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಆಧಾರವಾಗಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನಫ್. ಬರೀ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವುಗಳನ್ನು ಅವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ, ಬರೀ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ ಪರ್ಸನಾಲಿಟಿಯನ್ನು ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ, ಅಳತೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಲೈಕ್ that becomes in a wrong. ತಪ್ಪಾಗ್ತದೆ. So that is alternative. ಬರೀ ಮಾರ್ಫಾಲಜಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ so that is having some wrong things. ಕೆಲವು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ತಪ್ಪು ಆಗೋದನ್ನು ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. And this is given by the Linnaeus. He classified like that. ಆ ಥರ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So that is in 1758, the System Naturae book. In that he is written and he made the classification of the organism based on the morphological characters. But second one ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ a good one, better one. ಎರಡನೇದು ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. So we say it's called a natural classification. See, ಇದು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ವರ್ಡ್ natural. This natural classification is based on the morphology, not only the morphology. You know what is morphology? Externals and even we say anatomy. ಇದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನನ್ನ ಒಳಗೊಂಡದ ಯಾವ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅನಾಟಮಿಯನ್ನು ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅನಾಟಮಿ? ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅನಾಟಮಿ and animal anatomy. Anatomy is the one, it is a branch of a biology. ಇದು ಜೀವಶಾಸ್ತ್ರದ ಒಂದು ಭಾಗವೇ ಆಗಿದೆ. It deals with internal structures of an organism. Morphology external ಆದರೆ anatomy internal ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So that is the difference between the morphology and anatomy. ನೋಡಿ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೆಂಗದವ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. Anatomy is the one, it is a study of characters of internals of an organism. Internal characteristics of organism. ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And you are observing one more, we say it's called as embryology. Embryo ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಭ್ರೂಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Logy is a study. Embryo development ಆಗುವುದನ್ನು ಗಣನೆಗೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡು we say it's called as embryology. Embryology is the one branch of a biology that deals with the development of embryo. ಹೆಂಗ್ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ embryo organism, based on that they classified here. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹಂಗ ಮ್ಯಾಗ ನೋಡಿ ಇದು ಹಿಂಗ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. See, they have considered morphology ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, anatomy ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, embryology ಅನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And we are also seeing that phytochemistry, the reactions related to that one, the things are happening inside the metabolic activities, that is also considered. And moreover, the ultrastructure of each organ inside the body of an organism. ದೇಹದ ಒಳಗಿನ ಪ್ರತಿ ಭಾಗಗಳ ಜೀವಕೋಶದ ರಚನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಗಣನೆಗೆ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Hence, the natural classification is the best one. We are now studying, we are considering the natural classification. This is given by, this kind of explanation is given by Bantam and Hookers. Bantam and Hookers, these are the persons, they have given the natural classification. And one more classification that is there. So we say it's called the phylogenetic classification of the phylogenetic classification. It is totally different because it totally depends on, we say, evolution. Evolution ಆಧಾರವಾಗಿ ಕೊಂಡು ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಾಗಿದೆ. Organisms, how they related to each other in the path of evolution. ಜೀವ ವಿಕಾಸದ ಹಾದಿಯೊಳಗ ಇವು ಹೆಂಗ ಬೆಳೆದು ಬಂದವು? ಏನದು ಜೀವ ವಿಕಾಸ? ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್? ಹುಡುಗರು just go through the textbook of your 8th, 9th, 10th, where you are going to get it. What is meant by evolution? Take down, note down. ಆ ಪಾತ್ ಒಳಗೆ, ಎವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾತ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಈಚ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಡೆವಲಪ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಬಂತು. So that is going to be considered here, and that is given by angular and triangular kind of a classification. It is based over the phylogenetic classification. Example, they are simply asking that what are the types of classification. You just write down artificial classification, natural classification, and phylogenetic classification. These are the three kinds of classifications we are going to observe in our textbook. After the completion of this classification, I hope that is clear for you. What is classification? It is grouping of an organism into convenient categories based on the easily observable characters. And the types you are observing here, the artificial, natural, and phylogenetic. After the completion of this one, we move to the next one more. That is to say, it is called the taxa. ಏನಿದೆ taxa? Taxa is a plural word. Taxon is a singular word. Plural is singular. I hope you value it in English. ನನಗಿಂತ ಬಹಳ ಜನ taxa ಮತ್ತು taxon. What is that taxon? Very simple word. It is a unit of classification. ವರ್ಗೀಕರಣ, classification ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಗೀಕರಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. I said that, dear students, Kannada medium students, once again, if you think that this word is the new one, you just note down and write the meaning. Barkan meaning. You are the competent, best competitors for the English medium students. And you are the toppers. ನೀವು ಟಾಪ್ ಆಗ್ತೀರಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗ್ತೀರಿ ಈ ಥರ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮಾತ್ರ, ಅದರ್ವೈಸ್ ನೋ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. What is taxon? It is a unit of classification. Classification of ಪ್ರತಿ ಹಂತವನ್ನ ನಾವು each taxon, ಅದು ಹಂತ taxon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. We can say that here you observe that taxon is a group of similar genetically related individuals. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಗುಂಪು. ಈ ಗುಂಪಿನೊಳಗೆ taxon is a group. It includes similar genetically related animals ಗಳನ್ನು ಆ ಗುಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ. We say it is called taxon. Taxon ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. See, I have taken here one example. Animal is a one taxon. ಅಂದ್ರೆ animals ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಈ ತರ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ನೀವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಡಾಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್. ಡಾಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸಾನ್. ಆ ಟೆಕ್ಸಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬರೀ ಡಾಗ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಆ ಟೆಕ್ಸಾನ್, ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಟಗರಿ. ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್, ಡಾಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್. ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡಾಗ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿವಿಜುವಲ್ಸ್, ಮ್ಯಾಮಲ್ಸ್. Animals and the mammals and dogs ashta barudilla. That is a group of organisms. Like that. Taxon is the one. The classification of ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಗೀಕರಣದ ಹಂತದಲ್ಲಿರತಕ್ಕಂಥ categories we say it's called taxon. It is a unit of classification. Or we can say that group of similar genetically related individuals, we say it's called a taxon. So we can say that it is a unit of classification. ವರ್ಗೀಕರಣದ ಒಂದು ಹಂತ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. We say it's called a taxon. You are going to be getting this word in your textbook. Textbook ನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ವರ್ಡ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ go through that. If you have any doubts, you can ask afterwards. Okay? Thank you, students. We will continue in the next.